I want to remind you today, you are not stuck, you are not forgotten, and you are not alone. God has not brought you this far to leave you now. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but let me tell you, you're closer than you think. That dream you've been praying about, that breakthrough you've been waiting for, that healing, that turnaround, it's already on the way. You've been faithful, you've stayed in the fight, and God has been working behind the scenes. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to lean in, to trust more deeply, to speak faith louder than fear. You may be tired, but strength is coming. You may feel overlooked, but favor is coming. Keep your head high. You're right on the edge of what you've been believing for. Delay is not denial. God's timing is always on time. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Too often, we let time discourage us. We think if it was meant to be, it would have happened by now. But we have to understand, God is not bound by our schedule. He's not limited by what we see, what we feel, or what we think is possible. What looks like a delay to us is often a setup in the eyes of heaven. It's during the delay that God develops our character. It's in the waiting season that He strengthens our faith, sharpens our vision, and builds a foundation strong enough to hold the blessing that's coming. Sometimes the delay is divine protection. You may have thought you were ready, but God knew it wasn't the right relationship, the right opportunity, the right moment. And instead of letting you walk into something that would drain you or derail you, He allowed the delay to redirect you. That closed door, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. That missed opportunity, it wasn't failure, it was preparation. God knows what you need and when you need it. Think about David. He was anointed to be king as a teenager, but he didn't wear the crown until years later. In that gap, he faced giants, rejection, betrayal, even ran for his life, but none of it was wasted. Every challenge was training. Every delay was molding him into the leader he was destined to be. If God had put him on the throne too early, he wouldn't have had the strength, the humility, or the wisdom to carry it. The delay wasn't punishment. It was preparation, and the same goes for you. You might feel like you've been in a holding pattern. The promotion didn't come, the answer didn't show up, the door didn't open. But behind the scenes, things are shifting. Just because you don't see anything happening doesn't mean nothing is happening. God is lining up the right people, preparing the right circumstances, and working all things together for your good. What He started in your life, He will finish. He is not the author of unfinished stories. You're not behind schedule, you're right on time for His plan. God sees your faithfulness. He sees the sacrifices you've made, the tears you've cried in private, the nights you chose prayer over panic. And every moment of obedience is being recorded. Heaven has not overlooked you. The delay has not disqualified you. In fact, it's positioning you for something greater than you imagined. When it's your time, no force of darkness, no opposition, no delay can keep it from you. The blessing won't be late. It will be right on time. Your obedience in obscurity is preparing you for overflow in the open. You may feel hidden right now. You're showing up, doing the right thing, staying faithful, but no one sees it. No one is applauding you. No one is calling your name. It feels like you're being overlooked, forgotten, passed over. But let me encourage you, God sees you. He sees every act of obedience, every time you chose to forgive instead of holding a grudge, every moment you served with excellence even when there was no spotlight. And He's storing it all up, preparing to reward you in ways you can't imagine. When God is going to do something big in your life, He often takes you through a season of hiding, not to punish you, but to protect and prepare you. Obscurity is not the absence of purpose. It's the refining fire where character is formed, where roots grow deep, and where God does His most important work. If you skip the quiet season, you won't have the foundation to carry the blessing that's coming. So don't despise small beginnings. Don't be discouraged if no one is noticing your faithfulness. God is not looking for perfection. He's looking for obedience. Think about Joseph. He had a dream that one day he would rise to greatness. But before he ever saw the palace, he was sold into slavery, thrown into a pit, falsely accused, and locked in a prison. Nobody saw what he endured. Nobody praised him for interpreting dreams while still behind bars. But God saw, and when it was time, God didn't just bring him out. He brought him up. Joseph went from a prison cell to seconding command over all of Egypt in a single day. That promotion didn't happen by accident. It was the result of years of obedience in obscurity. You may be sowing seeds right now that no one else sees, working hard at your job, raising your children with love, being kind to people who aren't kind back. It might feel like it's not making a difference, like nothing's changing, but every seed of obedience is producing a harvest. Every time you say yes to what God is asking, even when it's hard, you're positioning yourself for favor. The reward may not come instantly, but it will come suddenly. God has not forgotten your faithfulness. There will be a moment when what was done in secret is honored in public. David was faithful with the sheep before he ever stood before Goliath. Ruth was loyal in the fields before she was favored in the palace. Esther was obedient in silence before she ever spoke up to save a nation. All throughout Scripture, we see a pattern. God promotes those who remain faithful when no one is watching. He honors those who choose integrity over applause. If you're in a season where no one seems to notice, take heart. God is doing his deepest work in the quiet places. The overflow that's coming will not just bless you. It will pour out into every area of your life, so let me remind you again. You're closer than you think. Closer to the breakthrough, closer to the healing, closer to the promotion, the answered prayer, the dream becoming reality. You may have walked through disappointment. You may have had to let go of some things you thought would work out. But what you didn't know is that every step, every delay, every lonely moment was taking you closer, not farther. Don't judge your future by your present. Just because you don't see anything changing doesn't mean God isn't working. He's the God who parts seas, moves mountains, and makes a way where there seems to be no way. He knows how to get you from where you are to where he's called you to be. You may feel like nothing is happening, but behind the scenes, God is aligning the right people, the right doors, and the right timing. Stay in faith. Keep honoring God when no one's watching. Keep declaring his promises when you feel like giving up. Keep walking even when the road feels long, because in a moment, everything can change. In a moment, the phone call can come. In a moment, the opportunity can open. In a moment, what you've been praying for can show up right in front of you. You didn't come this far to stop now. The enemy didn't fight you this hard because there's nothing ahead. He's been fighting you because you're about to step into something greater. So hold your head high, keep your heart strong, and walk forward with confidence. You're not going backward. You're stepping into purpose, into blessing, into overflow. Get ready. You're closer than you think.